Hi, and welcome to Astro Bites for Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2024. Well, hold on to your hats, hold on to everything today, because today is the day. Today is the day that Mars, our fiery planet of energy, action, activity, sexuality, is conjunct our planet of luck and opportunity and expansion, Jupiter, in the sign of Gemini. Well, I went into this in a fair bit of depth in my live stream on Monday night, so I'm going to keep it fairly brief today for this particular Astro Bite. But I just want to kind of underline the headlines for this particular conjunction. First of all, let's think about the sign of Gemini. Gemini is about communication. It's also about duality, because remember, it's the twins. And it's also about thought, thinking, ideas, and it can also take us into the world of sales and selling, buying and selling. That can be another aspect of the energy of Gemini. So how does this conjunction kind of affect what might unfold today? Well, the moon is in Sagittarius, and at the actual point in time where Mars and Jupiter are exactly conjunct, the moon is absolutely, completely opposite both of them. And of course, Sagittarius is the sign that is opposite Gemini, and Jupiter, of course, rules Gemini. So you've got this kind of energetic pull from the moon against this conjunction of Mars and Jupiter. And you know, there's also something here about what can we learn? What can we learn from what might be happening in our lives at the moment? Because the moon in Sagittarius is urging us, pushing us to go further than we've gone before, to make a kind of journey. And this could be a mental journey because of the opposition of Gemini, a mental journey to somehow look at and create the kind of outcome, if you like, to certain situations that might exist in your life at this time. So let's look at just the positives and the negatives of Mars conjunct Jupiter. On the negative side, we have to guard against going too fast, storming in, whether that's physically or verbally, because it's Gemini. Physically, we could trip ourselves over and hurt ourselves. So it can quite literally mean an accident. So we have to be mindful of that. And verbally, let's imagine that we are being talked to by the Saturn in Pisces, which of course is coming up to square exactly both these cosmic bodies. And Saturn in Pisces might be representing a situation that we've dreamt about, a situation that we would like to kind of create and manifest. And this may be to do, for instance, with a relationship. And what this energy is saying is, try not to overinflate your ideas about whatever that situation might be. try and actually just, it's almost like ride the wave that Saturn is making in Pisces. You remember Pisces? My oceans of emotions? Ride that wave and allow Saturn to keep the timing and the pace of what is meant to unfold on our particular journey or path. What else is going on today? That is the major energy that we need to be kind of aware of. And just as I look at my notes, I guess it brings us quite neatly to my word of the day. So I thought about this because I thought Mars, Jupiter conjunct in Gemini. This could be kind of looked at. You remember I was doing the positives and negatives, and I did the negatives and I forgot the positives. Okay, so the negatives, there's another negative. Arguments. Really, really arguing hard about something. And that could be between two countries. That could be on the international stage. There could be massive debates going on behind the scenes and rhetoric and kind of that energy of pushing certain parts of the world towards taking the physical actions of war, as opposed to standing back. What Saturn is trying to say is slow down and discuss what needs to be done. So on a personal level, let's just have a look at this, because then I'll come to my word of the day. Because on a personal level, it's a little bit like, don't rise to the bait. Breathe, take a step back, walk out of the room, count to 10. If something or someone says something that really winds you up. Because you know what, it's a little bit like a storm in a teacup, because this energy will dissipate. And you might throw the baby out with the bathwater, which didn't really need to happen. So let's look at the positives before I come to the word of the day. The positives would be very constructive, dynamic conversation where you actually find a way forward with a situation in your life that has perhaps been a bit stuck. And that you would both be aware, because I think there's something here about relationship, you would both be aware of the Saturn energy slowing you down and bringing in the awareness, the positive awareness of being mindful of timing, and that good things are worth waiting for. Now, the word of the day, which I will finally get round to now, is peace. Because I thought of all energies we need today, on a day where we have this very strident energy between Mars and Jupiter, we need to intend in our meditations, we need to intend peace, peaceful outcomes, whether that's on a personal level or whether it's on the international stage. We really need to intend that energy of peace. You know, visualize the dove of peace, the olive branch, because this is a day when olive branches really need to be offered. And also, finally, is it you that you need to make peace with? Do you fight within yourself? Is it you that is having this argument in your head, Mars, Jupiter? ruminating, arguing with yourself, maybe about how things should be, rather than dealing with them as they are. Just a thought. So on that note, I'll say thank you so much for joining me for today's Astro Bite. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.